The quest to uncover the origins of the Maya, Aztecs, and Incas represents an immensely intriguing and complex puzzle that has captivated the attention of historians and archaeologists for centuries. These ancient indigenous peoples, with their rich histories and profound legacies, continue to fascinate and inspire curiosity. Have you ever delved into the world of the Maya, the Aztecs, and the Incas? These remarkable pre-Columbian societies were distinguished by their unique cultures, advanced knowledge, and intricate traditions that stretch back thousands of years. The Maya, known for their sophisticated astronomical observations and monumental architecture, the Aztecs, renowned for their vast empire and intricate social structure, and the Incas, famous for their expansive empire and innovative agricultural techniques, together form a truly captivating group of civilizations. Their achievements and cultural contributions are as diverse as they are significant, making their study a rewarding endeavor for anyone interested in the ancient world. Although the overwhelming majority of scientific and historical evidence points to pre-Columbian America as the birthplace and development center of these advanced civilizations, exploring their origins and connections remains a complex task. Each civilization had its own distinct trajectory, yet they all contributed to the rich tapestry of human history in the Americas. Their legacies offer insights into their sophisticated societies, their interactions with their environment, and their impacts on subsequent cultures. Before we delve deeper into this fascinating topic, I invite you to take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support not only helps us continue to explore these intriguing subjects, but also ensures that you stay updated with our latest content. I am confident that our journey through these ancient histories will be both enlightening and enriching, and I trust that God will bless you abundantly as we embark on this exploration together. So let's get started on this captivating journey into the world of the Maya, the Aztecs, and the Incas, and uncover the mysteries surrounding their origins and cultural legacies. In this video, I would like to present different perspectives on the origins of these peoples, exploring biblical narratives and genetic evidence. We will investigate the stories, legends, and research that have fueled this discussion over time, seeking to establish connections between Mesoamerican cultures and the ancient accounts found in the Bible. This is another video in our series on the origins of peoples according to the Bible. The Maya people represent a diverse and fascinating ethnic and linguistic group that is indigenous to the region known as Mesoamerica. This ancient and storied civilization was primarily composed of individuals from this ethnic group, and their legacy endures to this day. The Maya civilization, with its rich tapestry of cultural achievements, was centered around a complex society with advanced knowledge in areas such as mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. Descendants of the ancient Maya continue to inhabit the regions that once formed the heartland of their civilization, which includes present-day southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, and Honduras. The term Maya itself is a modern and collective designation applied to the peoples of this region, and it is important to note that historically this term was not used by the Maya themselves. In the past, there was no singular unified political identity among the various Maya populations. Instead, the Maya civilization was characterized by a rich mosaic of city-states, each with its own political structure, cultural practices, and historical narratives. At the beginning of the 20th century, it is estimated that there were approximately 7 million Maya living in Mesoamerica. This significant population was spread across several modern nations, primarily in Guatemala, Belize, southern Mexico, including the Yucatan Peninsula, El Salvador, and western Honduras. Despite the lack of a unified political entity, the Maya peoples maintained a distinct cultural and linguistic identity through various forms of art, language, and social organization. Their ancient cities, with their monumental architecture and sophisticated urban planning, remain a testament to their advanced understanding of the world and their ability to thrive in a challenging environment. Today, the Maya continue to preserve and celebrate their rich cultural heritage. Many Maya people still live in the regions their ancestors inhabited, and they continue to practice traditional customs, speak indigenous languages, and uphold ancient traditions. Their cultural resilience and ongoing contributions to the region highlight the enduring legacy of the Maya civilization and its profound impact on the history and culture of Mesoamerica. They have managed to preserve many traces of their rich Maya culture. Some have integrated into the mestizo cultures of the nations in which they reside, while others maintain more traditional and culturally distinct lifestyles, often using one of the Maya languages as their primary language. The largest contemporary Maya populations are found in Guatemala, Belize, and the western parts of Honduras and El Salvador. Additionally, there are significant Maya communities in the Mexican states of Yucatan, Chiapas, Quintana Roo, Tabasco, and Campeche. The Aztecs, also known as the Mexica, were a highly influential Mesoamerican culture that reached its zenith in central Mexico during the post-classic period, which spanned from approximately 1300 to 1521. This era marked a time of significant cultural, political, and economic development for the Aztec civilization. The Aztec peoples were comprised of various ethnic groups native to central Mexico, with a particular prominence of those who spoke the Nahuatl language. This linguistic and cultural unity helped consolidate their influence and control over extensive regions of Mesoamerica during the 14th and 15th centuries. Aztec culture was characterized by its organization into independent city-states, which were referred to as altepetl in the Nahuatl language. These altepetl were not merely cities, but rather complex political and territorial entities that operated as autonomous units within the broader Aztec society. Each altepetl was a self-governing entity, with its own distinct social, economic, and political structures. The term altepetl signifies a unit of government that held considerable autonomy and was integral to the Aztec socio-political system. The governance of each altepetl was typically overseen by a leader known as a tlatoani, a figure who wielded significant authority within their city-state. The tlatoani was responsible for making key decisions regarding the administration of the city-state, including aspects of its economy, military, and religious practices. Under the tlatoani, the altepetl operated with its own set of institutions and hierarchies that managed various facets of daily life, from agriculture and trade to justice and religious ceremonies. The Aztec Empire itself was a confederation of these altepetl, each contributing to the empire's economic and military might. The most prominent of these city-states, Tenochtitlan, served as the empire's capital and was renowned for its grandeur and strategic significance. Tenochtitlan, located on an island in Lake Texcoco, became a major political, economic, and cultural center under the rule of the Aztecs. Throughout the post-classic period, the Aztecs expanded their influence through a combination of military conquest and strategic alliances. They established a vast empire that controlled large portions of Mesoamerica, extending their reach from the Gulf Coast to the Pacific Ocean. The Aztec civilization was marked by its elaborate and sophisticated urban planning, monumental architecture, and a complex religious system that included a pantheon of gods and elaborate ceremonies. In summary, the Aztecs were a dynamic and multifaceted civilization whose influence and achievements were built upon the structure of independent altepetl, each governed by its own tlatoani. Their legacy, characterized by rich cultural traditions and advanced societal organization, continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike, reflecting the enduring significance of their contributions to Mesoamerican history. Examples of Aztec city-states at that time include Tenochtitlan, which was the capital of the Aztec Empire. Located in the heart of what is now Mexico City, Tenochtitlan was one of the most notable and impressive cities in pre-Columbian Mesoamerica and played a key role in Aztec history. The city was founded in 1325 AD by the Aztecs, a people who settled in the region after migrating from northern Mexico. They chose the location because they saw an eagle perched on a cactus according to Aztec mythology. This was seen as a divine sign for the city's foundation. At the height of its power, Tenochtitlan had a population ranging from 200,000 to 300,000 inhabitants, making it one of the largest cities in the world at that time. Around the 14th century, shortly after Tenochtitlan, Tlatelolco was an independent city, but later formed an alliance with Tenochtitlan and Tacuba to create the Aztec Triple Alliance. Tlatelolco was strategically situated on an island in Lake Texcoco, a location that afforded it both geographical advantages and significant cultural importance. Positioned near Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire, Tlatelolco was just across a canal from its more famous neighbor. Despite the physical separation created by this canal, the two cities were so close to each other that for many practical purposes, they functioned as a single interconnected entity. This proximity facilitated extensive interaction and integration between the two cities, both in terms of daily life and administrative affairs. Tlatelolco was not merely an outlying suburb, but a vibrant and important city in its own right. It boasted its own array of temples and religious sites, each dedicated to various Aztec deities. These sacred spaces were integral to the city's spiritual life and cultural practices, reflecting the deep religious devotion that characterized Aztec society. The presence of these temples underscored Tlatelolco's role as a significant center of worship and ceremonial activity. While Tlatelolco shared many cultural and religious aspects with Tenochtitlan, given their close geographical and political ties, it also cultivated its own distinct cultural identity. This identity was shaped by a combination of shared traditions and unique local practices. For example, Tlatelolco had its own set of rituals, festivals, and artistic expressions that distinguished it from Tenochtitlan. This duality of shared and unique characteristics allowed Tlatelolco to contribute to the rich tapestry of Aztec civilization while maintaining its own individuality. The relationship between Tlatelolco and Tenochtitlan was complex, marked by both collaboration and competition. While the cities cooperated closely in various aspects, such as trade and military endeavors, there were also periods of rivalry and conflict. The dynamic between the two cities reflected the broader political and social complexities of the Aztec Empire, where alliances and power struggles played a crucial role in shaping the empire's history. In summary, Tlatelolco's location on an island in Lake Texcoco, its proximity to Tenochtitlan, and its rich cultural and religious life all contributed to its importance within the Aztec Empire. The city's temples and distinctive cultural practices made it a significant center of Aztec civilization, while its close relationship with Tenochtitlan highlighted the intricate interplay between different components of the empire. The Aztec Empire, founded in 1427, was a powerful and sophisticated confederation that brought together three principal city-states: Tenochtitlan, Texcoco, and Tlacopan, also known as Tacuba. Each of these city-states played a crucial role in the empire's political, economic, and military structure. Tenochtitlan, located on an island in Lake Texcoco, served as the empire's capital and the center of its political and cultural life. Texcoco, situated on the eastern shore of the lake, was known for its intellectual and cultural contributions, and Tlacopan, to the west of Tenochtitlan, contributed to the empire's military and economic strength. Tlacopan, before becoming part of the Aztec Empire, was previously a part of the Tlaxcaltec Empire, which held its power base in Tlaxcala. The Tlaxcaltec Empire was a prominent regional power that was eventually overshadowed by the expanding influence of the Mexicas. The inclusion of Tlacopan in the Aztec Confederation was a strategic move that helped consolidate the empire's control over central Mexico and expand its influence. While the term Aztec is specifically used to describe the Mexicas, or the inhabitants of Tenochtitlan, it is also broadly applied to refer to the Nahua-speaking communities or peoples of central Mexico during both the pre-Hispanic era and the Spanish colonial period, which lasted from 1521 to 1821. This broader usage encompasses the various Nahua-speaking groups that were part of or influenced by the Aztec civilization, reflecting the cultural and linguistic unity of these peoples. The Aztec Empire's formation marked a significant shift in the political landscape of Mesoamerica. By uniting these three major city-states, the Aztecs created a formidable and cohesive political entity that exerted considerable influence over a vast territory. The empire's sophisticated administrative system, advanced agricultural practices, and elaborate social and religious structures contributed to its impressive rise and enduring legacy. Throughout the Spanish colonial period, the term Aztec continued to be used to describe the descendants of the Mexicas and other Nahua peoples, despite the profound changes brought about by Spanish conquest and colonization. The impact of Aztec civilization on the history and culture of central Mexico remains a subject of great interest and study, as scholars and historians seek to understand and preserve the rich heritage of this influential empire. The Aztec Empire reached its territorial peak in 1519, shortly before the arrival of a small group of Spanish conquistadors led by Hernán Cortés. Cortés gained allies among the enemy city-states of the Mexicas, particularly the city of Tlaxcala and other political entities including Texcoco, which had previously been an ally of the Mexicas in the Triple Alliance. After the fall of Tenochtitlan on August 13, 1521, and the capture of Emperor Cuauhtémoc, the Spanish established Mexico City on the ruins of the former Aztec capital. From there, they continued the process of conquest and incorporation of Mesoamerican peoples into the Spanish Empire. The destruction of the Aztec Empire's structure in 1521 led the Spanish to govern the indigenous populations through local nobles from the cities. These nobles swore allegiance to the Spanish crown and nominally converted to Christianity in exchange for recognition as nobles by the Spanish. They acted as intermediaries to collect tribute and organize labor for their new masters, thus facilitating the establishment of Spanish colonial rule. The Incas, known in their own language as Tahuantinsuyu, which translates to the Four Suyos, were the architects of the largest empire in pre-Columbian America. Their empire was the most extensive and complex of all the civilizations that thrived in the Americas before European contact. The term Tahuantinsuyu reflects the empire's unique organizational structure, which was divided into 4 regions, or suyos, each managed by a local authority but unified under the central rule of the Inca emperor. These regions were commonly known as Chinchaysuyu, Antisuyu, Colasuyu, and Kuntisuyu. Cusco, the heart of the Inca Empire, was not just the capital, but also the epicenter of its political, administrative, and military operations. The city was meticulously planned and served as the hub from which the Inca rulers exerted control over their vast domain. It was here that the emperor, or Sapa Inca, resided, and the city's layout reflected the grandeur and complexity of Inca society. Cusco was designed with an intricate network of roads and ceremonial pathways that connected it to other important centers within the empire. Inca civilization began to take shape in the highlands of Peru in the early 15th century, around the time when the Incas first emerged as a dominant force in the Andean region. Over the course of the 15th and early 16th centuries, the Incas undertook an ambitious expansion campaign. Between 1438 and 1533, they managed to integrate a vast expanse of Western South America into their empire. This expansion was marked by a combination of military conquests and strategic alliances, as well as peaceful assimilation and integration of various cultures and communities. The Inca Empire extended over a territory that is now comprised of several modern-day countries. It covered what is today known as Peru, extending into western Ecuador, western and southern Bolivia, northwestern Argentina, and a significant portion of northern Chile. The empire also reached into the southwestern part of Colombia. This broad expanse of land encompassed diverse ecological zones, from the coastal deserts to the high Andes Mountains and the lush Amazon basin, demonstrating the Incas' sophisticated ability to manage and adapt to varying environments. The Inca Empire's organizational and administrative prowess was notable, employing a highly efficient system of roads, messengers, and tax collection that facilitated control over their diverse and extensive territory. The Incas are remembered for their remarkable engineering feats, including the construction of extensive road networks and impressive architectural works like Machu Picchu. Their ability to maintain such a large empire with limited technology and resources, without a system of writing or the wheel, stands as a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. The fall of the Inca Empire came in 1572 when Spanish conquistadors led by Francisco Pizarro and his successors overcame the last Inca stronghold. Despite their eventual conquest, the legacy of the Incas endures in the cultural and historical impact they left behind. The Inca Empire, with its impressive scale and sophisticated organization, remains comparable to the great historical empires of Eurasia in terms of its complexity and significance. The official language of the Inca Empire was Quechua, which was also the language of the Incas. Although many local forms of worship persisted within the empire, Inca leaders promoted the worship of Inti, the sun deity, and consolidated their control over other cults such as the worship of Pachamama. The Incas regarded their king, the Sapa Inca, as the son of the sun, highlighting the importance of Inti in their religion. The Inca Empire was notable for not having many of the typical characteristics of Old World civilizations, such as the use of the wheel, draft animals, knowledge of iron or steel, or even a writing system. Despite this, the Incas managed to build one of the largest imperial states in human history, as highlighted by anthropologist Gordon McEwen. Some notable features of the Inca Empire include its monumental architecture, particularly stone construction, an extensive network of roads connecting all parts of the empire, sophisticated textiles, and the use of knotted strings called quipus to record and communicate information about agricultural advances, challenges, and effective imperial organization. The Inca Empire largely operated without traditional currency or markets. Instead, the exchange of goods and services was based on reciprocity among groups of individuals and Inca rulers. Taxes were paid in the form of mandatory labor for the empire, and the Inca rulers, who theoretically owned all means of production, provided access to land resources and hosted feasts with food and drink for their subjects. The ancient Maya, Aztecs, and Incas are civilizations that captivate and intrigue scholars, historians, and enthusiasts alike. These indigenous peoples are often seen as enigmatic due to their sophisticated cultures, advanced technologies, and the mysteries surrounding their origins. Their achievements in architecture, astronomy, and social organization have led many to regard them with awe and admiration. According to various sacred texts and traditional accounts, there is a fascinating hypothesis that connects these ancient civilizations with Asia. This connection is often framed within the context of migration theories that suggest all peoples who came from Asia, including these indigenous groups, share a common ancestral link with Asian populations who migrated to the Americas. One of the intriguing elements of this hypothesis is the notion that these indigenous peoples might be descendants of Tama, a figure identified as one of Noah's grandsons in certain traditions. Tama is traditionally regarded as an ancestor of various Mongolian and Asian populations. This genealogical link suggests that there may be deep-seated historical connections between these ancient American civilizations and Asian cultures. The idea that the ancestors of the Maya, Aztecs, and Incas could be traced back to Tama or similar figures from ancient Asian lineages presents a compelling narrative of migration and settlement. Furthermore, genetic studies have contributed significantly to this discussion, providing evidence that indigenous peoples of the Americas have genetic roots in Asia. These studies have shown that the genetic makeup of Native Americans is consistent with a migration pattern from Asia to the Americas. This alignment with Asian genetic profiles supports the theory that the ancestors of these indigenous populations crossed into the Americas during the prehistoric period, likely via the Bering Land Bridge or similar routes. There are also discussions about potential early interactions between different human populations, including the possibility of some mixing with African groups in the early epochs of human history. This potential admixture could help explain some of the physical variations observed among indigenous peoples, such as differences in skin tone. While the majority of indigenous individuals still possess characteristics such as straight hair and almond-shaped eyes, the diversity within these populations may reflect a complex history of migration and genetic exchange. It is also noteworthy that descendants of Japheth, according to certain historical and biblical traditions, include both Asian and indigenous peoples. This broader genealogical framework suggests that these groups are among the most numerous descendants of Japheth's lineage. However, it is essential to understand that they are specifically considered to be descendants of Japheth's grandchildren, indicating a more nuanced ancestral connection. Overall, genetic studies continue to support the idea that all Native Americans have their roots in Asia, reinforcing the concept that Japheth's role in their ancestry is significant. This genetic evidence not only sheds light on the migration patterns of ancient peoples, but also highlights the enduring legacy of these remarkable civilizations and their deep connections to broader historical narratives. I hope you found the exploration of the origins and historical features of the Maya, Aztecs, and Incas both enlightening and engaging. Delving into their backgrounds, we've uncovered fascinating insights into their ancient civilizations, from their sophisticated social structures and achievements to the intriguing connections between their histories and broader narratives. Our discussion about their biblical and genetic links that suggest a migration from Asia to the Americas reveals a profound aspect of their origins. This understanding challenges the traditional notion that these indigenous peoples are native to America, showing instead that they migrated from Asia, which adds a rich layer to our knowledge of human history. The Incas, Aztecs, and Maya were among the many peoples you have shown interest in, particularly regarding their origins and historical impact. Your curiosity and questions about these civilizations have been invaluable in guiding our research and content creation. We are dedicated to exploring and presenting detailed information about various ethnic groups, and your feedback plays a crucial role in shaping our future videos. We eagerly anticipate your suggestions on other ethnic groups or civilizations you are interested in learning more about, especially those whose origins are detailed in sacred scriptures or historical texts. Our goal is to provide a comprehensive understanding of diverse cultures and their histories, and your input helps us focus on the topics that matter most to you. If you haven't yet explored our series, I encourage you to check out the playlist now available on your final screen. There you will find a collection of videos covering the origins of other fascinating peoples and civilizations. Each video delves into different aspects of their history, culture, and connections to broader historical narratives. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and engage with our content. Your support and interest are greatly appreciated. We look forward to bringing you more insightful and informative videos in the future. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and may God bless you abundantly. See you soon.